We took a couple days off, had a short practice today, and loaded the buses and went to New Orleans. I can tell you that you remember the drive in. You recognize that Katrina was not long ago. I remember the memories as I traveled the city, really one of my first times, and found out really how important it was to this city that LSU was here. And we had a great experience. Obviously, finished it with victory, but the attachment to this city is one that this team really feels. And as I drive in again, I'm reminded of it. So it's very unusual. We had a helicopter following the bus. I wondered really what they were trying to get, because we were going to make it, I think. And I mean, if we got a flat tire, I bet you we'd have got a lot of help. But the trip was the fans and friends of LSU stopped and waved, and how kind, how sweet, how wonderful for our team. So, questions?
Coach, the fans gathering in the lobby and their excitement. Can you talk about that coming into the hotel?
I would have been shocked had we not done this most recently, but it's a little bit bigger, a little bit grander, more, you think that it's going to subside, but in reality, this continues for the week. So.
Coach, you have a lot of young players, a lot of freshmen and sophomore starters. How do you mentally focus them and prepare them for the task ahead and kind of tune on the sound?
Well, you describe it. I think athletes seem to understand it more earlier and younger in their career. I think that this team has had that. In other words, they started in a dome. They played in national television, the grandest stage, really week after week. Let's go to West Virginia. Let's go to Mississippi State. Let's go to Tennessee. Certainly, they have played any number of 8 nationally ranked teams. So I think they know how to remove distraction. I think they understand it. I think they're encouraged to play in that stage as well.
How do you handle curfew, balance, and having fun here versus getting ready for a football game?
I asked my Unity Council, and here's what they said. They said, "Hey, Coach, we don't want curfew. You make it come in early, and it's all about the game. It's all about preparing and getting ready." So I really let them lead. I asked, and they said, "No, that's good." So we have a very, very early curfew comparatively to other bowls that we've attended, and I think celebration may be put off for a while.
Let's talk about Brad Williams. Where has he come this season? Is it kind of weird to you that a punter is getting so much national attention?
I don't. I think a guy that has the success he's had as young as he has, and as early in his career that he's achieved, so much productivity. I think a guy like that gets that kind of recognition, and he's a colorful character and a bright smile, and I think he's kind of deserving that way.
Coach, the season that your Tigers have had, is it only fitting that they possibly wrap up the perfect campaign here in New Orleans in the Superdome?
Oh, there's no other place that we wanted to play. I promise you, at the very beginning of this year, really as early as when our team voted to accept the Oregon game and to play Oregon early in the year, obviously to open it, they really pointed at this game. They wanted to qualify for this game, and it was a feeling that the staff, that the team had really all along. It's for us. There's no other place for us to play. This is right where we needed to be.
Coach, can you break down Mo Claiborne's skill set a little bit for me? He has a chance to be one of the best corners that come out of here.
Right. Mo Claiborne is Let's just talk about his raw abilities, first of all. He's got great change of direction, unbelievable ball skills. He can cover in space. He has makeup speed, and he can jump out of the gym. He can go up and get it, and he can run with the ball. I mean, he's as talented, physically gifted an athlete as we've been around. Is just really very special. I can tell you too that as great as he is as an athlete, he's a better person. He is a humble, want to help the team, work hard at practice, have a smile, and he's a very special guy.
Coach, how much work do you have left to do now that you're at the bowl site?
We have a lot of work to do. You understand, if you have it all accomplished at this point, then you come down way too early. And so we have a lot to do, and we're looking forward to really finishing and accomplishing the game plan and putting this team in position to play well.
How has Jordan been in his practice?
Jordan, Jarrett Lee, both have really enjoyed the practice. I think they're both getting better, and and Jarrett Lee's throwing the ball extremely well. So.
Coach Miles, bus ride down here, quiet, you'll have something on the monitors, inspirational movie or anything on the way down here?
No, it was quiet. We just practiced and had a quick meeting and boarded the buses, and it was kind of everybody was looking forward to getting to New Orleans. I think we about run our share of practices in a row in our indoor facility. I think they wanted to get on site.
Coach, Will Blackwell spoke to a chip on his shoulder, and the team's shoulder, to prove something that maybe people denied him for winning the first time around. Do you see that from your team?
No, I don't know that there's any chip on our shoulder. I don't think there needs to be any chip on our shoulder in an undefeated football team. I think that the things that they've accomplished stand, for themselves. I think that this team needs to finish. I think they want the understanding that, there's one piece to attain, one goal left, and I promise you they will play extremely hard to that end.
How excited is John Chavis in this matchup with Richardson second time around?
Well, I think our defense is looking forward to it. I understand it's going to be a physical game. The offense theirs and our defense, and I think they've accepted that reality and looking forward to it.
Les, a bit of a philosophical question. The two teams playing here are the best two defenses in the country. The two NFL #1 seeds, the Packers and Patriots, have the worst two defenses in the NFL yardage-wise. It's obviously a little bit of an anomaly, but how do you think we've evolved to that point?
I think that the defenses that you're looking at in the NFL are very, very talented defenses. That the offenses on those two teams have, through years of play and execution, are executing at an unusually high rate. Period. And I think you need to recognize that those defenses really are manned by great players and are playing extremely hard to just finding that the offense is executing, unusually, well. For us, our defense is, and I think each team is, kind of built in a different way, but our defense plays to what we need to have happen. Our offense tries to complement that, and our special teams as well. So, it's I think you have to play to be a championship team. You have to have a great defense, in my opinion, and I think that's evident, in the matchup here in college.
Almost every bowl game seems to be playing out with lots of big plays on special teams and obviously turnovers deciding outcomes. Talk about those two areas for your team and how you've been head and shoulders above most of the teams.
Well, we set out to operate in beat an opponent in a turnover margin, period. And so we snap it offensively. We want to return it to the huddle. We want to bring it back. And defensively, we work hard You know, we're looking at strip, we're looking at you know, picks, and the opportunity to you know, get the ball back for our team. Now that happens again, and that's something that Coach Chavis and that defensive staff really pointed at. Special teams have always been a point of emphasis for us, and our guys have really responded to that. We understand that you have to cover a kick. We understand that the opportunity to return puts us in great field position, and it's just, you know, and again, I think our guys understand that that's what we need, and I think great teams respond to, what do you need? What play can I make? What difference can I make? And I think that all three phases do that here.
Les, you talked about before Alabama game using noise in practice to get ready. Are you expecting a neutral house Monday night, noise on every play? Do you think there'll be more tilted towards noise?
No, I suspect that you know, it's difficult for me to predict how big an advantage we'll have, but I would guess that playing in New Orleans, that we might have an edge in the seating. But I can tell you that we need to be prepared for noise, and so we've done that. We've you know, I think our quarterbacks and our team have done a great job handling that. I think that was something that we needed to do really prior to the last time we played here, and I don't know that the coach did it as well. So.
That's 5 weeks plus between games. The same way 4 years ago. What did you learn getting your team ready for that scenario 4 years ago that you can bring back with you this time?
We looked at the time frame and really kind of addressed it, told them what they were going through, what was happening here. This is weight, strength, condition, speed development, rehabilitation, and then there was the piece where we had to gain speed, you know, get our team speed and the practice and the speed of the game back. And then really during that time, we were going more LSU versus LSU, and then we, you know, kind of, you know, practice after practice put into the practice schedule more about opponents. And so we described that. And then this is game week. And once we get to game week, you know, everybody knows what to expect. It's a fundamental. And, you know, I think what we've done allows us to execute in all three phases. It's you know, I don't know if it's anything unusual, but it's something that we're comfortable with.
Coach, what did you get a sense or a feeling that this year really could be special? Was it something that happened maybe last year, maybe in the Cotton Bowl in Dallas last January? Or when was it you got a sense and you went home and said, you know what, I think this team may be pretty special in 2012?
Well, I think the finishing in the Cotton Bowl, I think, was certainly an indication. But our guys play and practice so hard. They come to work sincerely. It's about getting better, and there's a real competitive want. You know, we had a nice little go today, and I can just tell you, we line up and go against our defense, and you think it's a war. And so I think that piece that this team has, that competitive edge, is really what they play with.
Les, a lot has been made about Tyron's physical abilities, but can you just talk about his vision on the field and how much of his game has to do with timing?
I think Tyrann Mathieu has a want to make big plays. I think that opportunity, great players, they see that. They see this is, he's fixing to hit his back foot and throw quickly, and I'm ready and prepared. They have an anticipation of making that play. And I think it's vision. I think it's confidence. I think it's, you know, something that he's played with and wanted to play with and really grown in rewarded that thought process throughout his career. And so I think when he goes to the field, that's who he is. I think we're pretty talented in our secondary, and I think there's a number of guys that really, you know, have that. Tyrann has a unusual view. His eye gets a little bit big, and he says, "We're fixing to do something," and generally it happens. So.
Coach has time for one final question.
Talk about the attitude of your offensive line and how Stud has handled both
The offense, for any offense to have success, the offensive line must be productive. And they stand for it as the offense's big men. And the offensive big men, they have to play a physical brand of football fundamentally. And in any game and in every season, an offensive line that has a very strong demeanor and character generally means that you're fixing to have a great year, because the defense has to go against them and they tune each other. And I think that that's happened. I think that our guys have really improved. I think they continue to improve. I don't think there's any time where they look at what they've accomplished and said that's enough. And I think Stud, I think any offensive coordinator takes into account those things that his offensive line, running backs, wide receivers, quarterbacks can do. And I think that that's benefited us as well.
Thank you, Coach.
See ya.